Jasmine Moore, welcome to Flow Sports. We're
Yes.
super excited to have you here.
Thank
Today
you.
we're going to talk a little bit about cheerleading. So Jasmine, you are a Olympic bronze medalist in the long jump and the triple jump.
Yes,
ma'am. But also Jasmine is a 2016 cheerleading world champion with Spirit of Texas A-Team. Tell me about that. What was your time like on A-Team?
It was a lot of fun. I started off at Spirit of Texas on their junior 5 team, and then it was like everyone I was basically on that team with, we all moved to A-Team. So it was a lot of fun, just kind of growing up with a group of girls, and yeah, it's just such a crazy, transition from like cheer, but it was a lot of fun, and I hate it when I stopped doing it.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about that transition. So obviously you were a really talented cheerleader, but also really talented in track. So when did you know, okay, track is the route I need to go?
Yeah, so going into high school, from 8th grade to 9th grade, I was done with cheer. My parents were like, okay, like track's kind of going well, let's focus on it in high school. But I kept doing it for one more year because they needed, someone to fill in. I used to tumble, that was kind of like my specialty. And so they needed me to, base and tumble. And so that's why I ended up doing Spirit of Texas for one more year, which was great because we ended up winning worlds that year. But but yeah, so just to like focus on what I wanted to really do in college, and I wanted to continue track. So, competitive cheer is a lot of time, and I don't think people really understand that. So it's definitely kind of hard to do both at a competitive level.
Yeah, goodness, I can't imagine. So before you retired from cheerleading completely, your coach, Krista Godby, was like, you're a really talented cheerleader. So if you leave and you go do track, you better go to the Olympics.
Yeah.
And you did. So looking back at that, what is that like? Was that ever a goal of yours, or just can you believe that Jasmine did that? Like, did you ever imagine in that moment that you would make it there?
Yeah, I mean, of course, like growing up, I think that's everyone's goal is like to go to the Olympics. I think everyone says that whenever they're younger, but to actually do it, it's just crazy. And I think I knew I wanted to do it, but as time, went on and I got better in the sport, I was like, okay, I can really do it. And just the whole Spirit of Texas family, they're always so sweet. They always, Krista and Tiff, my coaches on A-Team, they always wish me good luck or congratulations, and everyone keeps up with me from the cheer world, and it's super special.
Oh, so fun. And so speaking of special, looking back at your time at Spirit of Texas, when you're on stage at a cheerleading competition, what would you say makes competing in an environment like that so special?
Definitely just the crowd. I remember competing at NCAAs and just all the lights, you're definitely like dolled up with all the glitter and the red lips and all of that, the hair, and just the music. Whenever it's like time to go, like your heart like stops for a moment. And I think they're different environments, obviously, but I still got just as nervous, I think, for both.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so awesome. What was your favorite competition you've ever competed at?
Probably NCAAs. I grew up in Texas, and I mean, obviously it was always a home meet for home competition for us. And so yeah, definitely NCAAs, and Worlds was cool though, but.
Cool, perfect. What would you say the different, are the nerves different? So you spoke about nerves going into a cheer competition, you're standing backstage, your heart's beating, you can hear everybody like chanting and cheering for your team. And then, being at a track meet or track race, are the nerves different? Are they the same? How did you kind of manage that?
I think they're different in a way. Obviously, when you're on a team, you don't want to be that one to mess up. You don't want to be the one at the end of the competition when they're like, your stunt group fell. Like, no, I don't want the blame. I don't want any of that. So it's different whenever you have people relying on you versus track is individual. And I just it's like the pressure that you put on yourself.
Yep.
Besides the Olympics, that's a whole different type of nerves that it's just horrible. It's just so much anxiety just dealing with a meet like that, but they're different just because one's with a team and one's just by yourself.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh my gosh, tell me about that. The Olympics, like I couldn't imagine being in front of that many people, and like I'm sure you've thought about that, but then you were there and you did it and you were successful. Like what was that like, standing in front of all of those people and then like being successful at a lifelong dream? What was that feeling like?
I was just really proud of myself. Of course, you know, it's something that you work so hard for, and it's definitely just a huge goal, and sometimes it just seems too big that you don't even know if you can even accomplish it. So just that confidence that I gained from the Olympics within myself, you know, when it comes to like decision making, or just knowing I can do things, and if I say I'm going to do it to actually accomplish it, that's just kind of the feeling, and just really proud. My whole family was there. They were really proud of me, and it's just a special, really, in that moment. So
Much like winning Worlds?
I think it was a little different.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, a little different, but it's still like, I mean, I still probably cried winning that versus winning a medal. So
yeah, that's awesome. So if you had any advice to give to athletes that, you know, want to reach their full potential but don't necessarily know how, what would you say?
You know, you definitely do have to be hard on yourself. If you say you're going to do something, and actually following it and sticking with it, trying new things, meet new people. I think sometimes we're just stuck in a little bubble. That there's so much potential out there, and I know a lot of great, you know, athletes that started with competitive cheer or gymnastics, just tumbling. Like, there's so many fundamentals that you learn from competitive cheer that I know help in so many different aspects of, you know, your life. And even like the one quote I always tell myself that I learned in competitive cheer, my coach, Krista, it was always like, whoever works the hardest and wants it the most deserves to win. So I take that when I'm doing a workout. Like, I don't want anyone to outwork me, and that's just my goal, just to push myself as much as I can.
So you take some of the things that you learned in cheerleading and you apply it to, you know, your running today.
Yeah, just in life in general, but yeah, I definitely learned a lot of great qualities from competitive cheer.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much. I'm like fangirling that I got to meet Jasmine Moore. I appreciate it.
Thank
and then
you.
Jasmine, did you want to give a little shout out to somebody this season?
Yes, shout out to A-Team, and I wish everyone at Spirit of Texas the best of luck this season.